What up? What it is? What's popping? It's the neighborhood next guy Kdot, and welcome to Keeping the 9450 Codename WBB. I am with my illustrious co-host, my ace bone from the other room, Lolo, aka Lolivia Pope, aka Loza Parks, aka Martin Luther King. What's going on?
I'm good. I'm good. Listen, y'all. I might cough a little bit, but I'm clear. Y'all know I was down bad last week, but I'm black and I'm blessed, so it's a good day to be here to talk to you about basketball.
Everything. That's great.
So as you guys can see, K Dot is subbing in for DA today. You know, he got to handle some business real quick, as he likes to say. So we're gonna hold it down for you guys today. We'll start off by just doing our ad reads really quickly. First thing is SeatGeek. Looking for tickets for your favorite events? Use the code the9450 on SeatGeek and get $20 off your next purchase, whether it's concerts, sports, or theater. SeatGeek has you covered with the best deals on tickets. So if you need tickets to anything, concert, basketball games, soccer games, you saw how they was packing in there, sneaking in there the other day. Yeah, if you need any tickets, just go to SeatGeek and they got you handled. What's up, K Dots? We also have Welshmo Coffee. Kick your day off with Welshmo Coffee. Shop unique coffee blends crafted to take your taste buds on a global adventure with every sip. I'm not reading all this, but if you like coffee, hit up Welshmo. They deliver all over the world. And the coffee's pretty good. So I've heard. I don't drink coffee, but I've heard it's pretty good. So get you some coffee. And we will read the rest later. We will start off with that. I just want to say shout out to Felicia and Deshow. I see y'all in here. What's up? What's up? What's up?
And guess what, guys? We have an incredible special guest. And right now, I don't know what to say because I'm a little bit starstruck right now. So all I can tell you guys is, she's a, former WNBA All-Star, an Olympian, and she is a certified bucket getter. So without further ado, I want to introduce to everybody the illustrious Angel McCartry.
Hey, hey.
Yes, Red.
What's,
I love it.
Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate y'all.
what's
Absolutely.
going on? Absolutely.
Yeah. Y'all see my son in the back? You know what I mean?
Oh, that's dope, though.
That is for sure dope.
How y'all doing today?
Everything's all good. I
Conversation.
can tell you, I can tell you one thing. You're gonna get a lot of smiles from myself because growing up, I always admired the way you hoop. I always admired your game, and I'm not from the crib, right? But Lolo's from the crib, so
Absolutely.
Where
I'm
you
from I'm from PG, so PG and Baltimore are like distant cousins, but yet only 15 to 45 minutes away, depending on what part of PG you in.
It's right there.
Absolutely.
You give me New York, K-Dot. Am
what's
I right?
up?
You giving me the New York vibe. Am I
Oh,
right?
oh, that's crazy. That yes, by way of the Bronx.
Okay.
So
But
yeah, from the
it's all
boogie
about
down.
Maryland, though. It's all about the DMV.
Hey, listen, I'm not even gonna hold you right there. I'm not even gonna hold you. I feel you on that because truth be told, I'm a Southern boy. Even though I rep BX to the fullest, I've been pretty much raised in the South, just about all my life. But you know, I respect the game. I respect the area that you guys are from, because I have family in Baltimore. So shout out to all of my family out in Baltimore, my cousin Eric, my cousin Chris, and all of those guys out there. So shout out to everybody. But it's so amazing to have you on the show with us. We're just going to talk a little bit of basketball, talk about what you have going on. I've been bumping a little bit of your music recently, so I want to just get a little bit into that. But first, I want to just talk about you in general. Like, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm not gonna lie. It's been rough the last 2 years because I wasn't done playing, and that was hard for me. But I'm learning how to adjust and play basketball in another way, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So y'all can hear me, right?
Say it again. Now I can hear you. I don't know
Okay.
what happened. What the heck?
Did y'all heard what I said?
Kdot, can you hear us? I think maybe he's struggling.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, he is. Okay, great. So you say you just heard, I think I heard it, you say it was going in and out. You were saying that you're adjusting to life or life outside of basketball, or you're adjusting to just looking at it a different way.
Yeah, I was saying the last 2 years have been rough because I wasn't really done playing ball.
Right.
And I was saying that basically I've learned how to play ball in a new arena and in a different way.
Yes.
I'm saying
Yes.
that's been fulfilling for me.
Yeah, it's all about just kind of reshaping your passions, especially like when you've literally hooped your entire life. I understand how that's kind of difficult to leave the game before you felt like you were ready to leave the game. So I'm glad that you found something that you're, passionate about as well, because it's hard to find identity outside of something that you've been doing your entire life.
Absolutely. It's like, it's not like the average Joe who finds a job in their 20s and they just
Right.
do that. You talking about something we've been doing right since we were like kids.
Right.
And it becomes like your identity, it becomes your job, it becomes your whole life, your whole world. That's all you know. And then it just stops and then you're like, whoa. So I would encourage a lot of the athletes who are transitioning, you got to get a therapist to talk about it. It's really not, people don't understand, it's really a hard thing. And you really have to find another passion that can fulfill you like what you've been doing your whole life, if that makes sense.
Listen, I'm a big advocate of mental health. I think that we often take care of our bodies physically, like we go to the doctor when something's bothering us or when something's hurt. But especially in our community, with the Black community, like we are taught what happens in the house stays in the house. So I'm glad, like within these last, I would say maybe 5 to 7 years, people are more open to talk about mental health and the importance of seeking help for mental health. And after you go through things like COVID and everything that we have gone through in America in the last 4 to 5 years, we all need therapy. Listen, I got to stand an appointment every other Tuesday at 9:30. Okay. Listen.
And listen, in the Black community, we got to stop treating therapy like it's not a bad thing. Nobody's saying you're crazy. It's just exercising another muscle. You know what I'm saying? It's exercising the brain, figuring yourself out better. So it's not a bad thing to do therapy.
Absolutely. All right, Kdot, you want to just hop right in? So first, Angel, we're gonna just quickly recap some of the games that happened this week, and then I just want to make sure Kdot is good. His Metro PCS is acting up. It looks like it's acting up. Is it acting up again, Kdot, or you good? You can hear us? Yeah, my boy's struggling.
My boy's struggling.
He is struggling.
We'll get it together.
Yes, look, but the party keeps moving on. So the first game I got was New York versus Connecticut. New York won that game. They were up at one point by 14 points. But then it ended up coming down to the last two possessions. Sabrina, who has probably heard me and Kdot because he likes to call that backcourt the Stonefoot Divas.
Oh, that's what you gave him.
And I say all that to say, Sabrina, she shocked me. She had a very key block in that final possession that helped them close the game and win. She ended up having 21 points. Stewie had a better shooting night, shot 5 for 9 from the field and ended with 18 points and 14 boards. For me, the biggest takeaway in the game was the points in the paint. New York dominated 40 to 26 points in the paint. And I think this game again just kind of shows that Connecticut is right there, but they are missing a score. They're missing a consistent score. They go on long lapses of time, just simply not scoring the ball. We know how great they are defensively, but I think my personal opinion, I think that come the playoff time, as they progress further towards the championship game, that's going to be their Achilles heel. Like, it's been that for a while, but it's very glaring now. They don't have, outside of DB is not having a great shooting night, you can already go ahead and count that as a loss for them, in my opinion. So, Angel, how do you think that Connecticut's ability to go long stretches of time without scoring will hurt them and their chances as they progress towards the finals?
I think the thing was losing Tiffany Hayes, who
Mm-hmm.
was another scorer that took pressure off of DB. DB is an older player, right? Who is taking all this pressure. She's holding it down. She's playing a lot of minutes for her age, which is, hey, she can handle it, right?
Right.
But you have to understand that the season gets older, right? You're talking about by time September comes, your legs are more heavy,
Mm-hmm.
more tired. So I think she does need another scorer to take some of that pressure off so she can be fresh in the playoffs. Because I've seen this over and over with Connecticut. They're there, they have championship teams, but DB, some of the players are so exhausted from carrying the weight the whole season. So if she had
Right.
another scorer by her side, such as myself, who is free, guys, help take
Period. Right.
who can help take the pressure off of her, to just be fresh for playoffs so she can get a ring. Now,
Right.
I think the BB does have a ring already, right? With Phoenix.
Phoenix, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So she wants to prove that she can get another one.
Yeah.
On her own, as her team, as her being the star. You know what I mean? She was kind of under Diana's umbrella before. So I
Right.
think she wants to prove that she can do it, which they can. They have it. She just needs one more person to just help her take some of that pressure off.
And I agree. I feel like this is kind of just like the same story we've been saying for the last 2 to 3 years. Like, they're really, really close. They're right there, but they really just need a score. So I thought Tiffany Mitchell was going to be a good pickup, but they don't really play her much,
That
in
one?
my opinion.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know. I just feel like they didn't really fulfill that need as much as I thought that they
Chan,
probably should
what are
have
you
this year.
doing?
Kdot.
So I think with Tiffany Mitchell, she should be playing more. She is the one that they were supposed to replace Tiffany Hayes
Right.
absence. So I don't know what's going on in the background, but hey, fix that and play the girl. She can score. I watched her. I was on her team and when we played what's the league called? I forgot. Oh, after,
AU.
yeah,
Yeah.
after, and I'm watching her like she can score it well if she wants to.
Easily. Like, do people not forget how she was scored at South Carolina too? Like, she can hoop,
She can hoop. That's the
in
thing about,
front of the show for sure too.
yeah, that's what makes basketball so weird is when you have these different systems, right? Some systems are controlling and they control certain players when they're so good. And I feel like that shouldn't exist in basketball. It doesn't exist much in men's basketball, but
Yeah.
it like women's basketball where women are controlled so much and they can't really be themselves. In
Yeah.
men's basketball, they let them guys be themselves. It's too much ego for them not to be.
That is true too. It's interesting that you say that because before Kate, this is completely off topic, but before Caitlin came into the league, that was one of my questions. My question was like, is the coach going to let her be, the player that we've seen her be, like, or are they going to try to reel in the reins to make sure that she's like fitting into a system? You know what I'm saying? So far, it looks like they're kind of letting her, do what she did in college, because my good sister is getting up at least 9 to 10 threes a game.
and these people should know, hey, when a player can play like that, you let them be themselves. This whole controlling system thing, play under my system. No, basketball needs to change in that aspect. It's still entertainment. They still want to watch people who let these girls play. Forget this controlling stuff. I remember I loved Gino because when I played in USA basketball, I had Gino both times. He let me play to my strengths. He didn't hold me back. Y'all can say whatever y'all want about Gino. I loved him because he knew everybody's strength and he let us play to that. That's why he's one of the greatest coaches of all time. So I know that if I ever became a coach, people ask why I haven't coached yet.
Agreed. I was going to ask that next.
It's my patience, child. My patience for these young ones. But even though my patience is low, I would still be a good enough coach to let people play to their strengths. Absolutely.
And I apologize, y'all. I got so much stuff going on back here. For some reason now my connection wants to be like, oh, you got Angel tonight? Oh, I'm gonna mess up for you tonight.
It was
So
the filter, that's all. This filter is better.
Yeah, I'm in the dungeon. I'm in the dungeon this time around with some great Wi-Fi finally. But Angel, I love what you mentioned in regards to you being yourself when it comes to being on the floor, because I 100% agree with you. Sometimes we don't get the opportunity for players to play to their strengths. Sometimes there's always something system based, always something where it's like you either get in with the flow or you just don't see the floor. So has there been a case throughout your career where, whether it be as early as your AAU days, as recent as your WNBA days, where you've had a coach or you've had someone to say, we like you the way you are, however, we want you to kind of switch it up a bit to see where it leads us in a better sense.
I never really had nobody say they wanted me to switch anything up, but I have had like where it was, oh, you're not enough in this area, right? For example, I'm from Baltimore, right? So Maryland was my dream school. I always wanted to play in Maryland. Went to a visit, learned to freeze. Well, she told my parents, well, she's not on top of our list. She can't really shoot the ball the way we want. Well, dang, I can develop a shot. Let me work on it. Let me come to Maryland and work on it. Okay, no problem. You don't want me. But guess what I did in Louisville? I developed a shot. When it was time to play you in the Final Four, I could shoot my lights out, and I shot your lights out. You get what I'm saying? So even in that aspect, as we look at players like, oh, they don't have this and they don't have that. Well, that's what it's for. Nobody's perfect. You're going to develop it, right? That's what you're a coach for, to help develop the player. But we've lost so much sight of that because it's always about the quick money and the quick win, that kids are not being developed. They should now NIL, but let's develop the kids. Don't push them to the side. If they're talented in other ways, they're not going to have everything all the time. So I've had a lot of that. I've had where early on I didn't play so much. I remember I was 12 and they made me play with the 11-year-olds. I was pissed. So, oh, she needs to develop more. Like, what? Play me. Let me see what I need to, like, play kids, then see what they need to develop. Put them in the heat. You get what I'm saying? At that age, it's not that serious, right? Put them in the heat. But you got 11, 10-year-olds not playing in games. It's just stupid. So to all you coaches out there, stop it. When they're that age, play the kids. Get over yourself.
Agreed. That is true. I don't understand how they think like everyone is just supposed to be dominant at every skill of basketball. Like, what? It just doesn't work out like that.
You
All right,
have
let's go ahead.
some, but you don't. I think the beauty in basketball is that everybody gift is so unique. Like if she's just a rebounder and she can't shoot the ball at all, okay, I know I need a rebound in this moment. Sup? You get what I'm saying? So
Right. All right, we'll move on to the next game, Seattle versus Vegas. For me, this was a very fun game, a potential playoff time game atmosphere. The Aces came away with the win, 84-79, led by Asia Wilson, who had 24 points and 20 rebounds. Like Asia really has to chill. Like this is the 21st 2020 game in WNBA history, and I'm not sure if everybody watched, but that last play that kind of sealed the game when Asia hit the fadeaway over NECA and it was well contested. I was like, bro, I mean, it's literally nothing you can do. What else can you do to stop this woman? Asia's playing out of her mind. We'll get a little bit more into her a little bit later. But Jackie Young also had a hell of a game, 27 points, shooting 52% from the field. On the Seattle side, Skylar and Ezzy played well. Skylar with 16 points and 8 assists. Ezzy with a double-double, 10 points and 10 assists, shooting 71% from the field. My only issue is I need to see Ezzy be more aggressive. She has all the tools. All the tools are there, but 7 shots to me is just not enough for her. I would like to see her be more aggressive. Jules still kind of struggling from the field. Shot 8 for 22, but ended the game with 28 points, was able to get to the free throw line and shoot 11 free throws. So what did y'all think about the game? What do y'all think about this potentially being a matchup come playoff time?
definitely a matchup come playoff time. Jackie's coming to her own. Her confidence is nonstop now. I've watched her grow into a player, amazing woman. Asia is letting y'all know Y'all took too long to give me a shoe deal. What are y'all doing? If she can't say it, I'll say it for her. What a slap in the face. Okay. That we had to the critics had to help her get a shoe deal instead of them just giving her a shoe deal, 2-time MVP. So she's letting y'all know I'm here and I've been here. Okay. Ozzy, she's learning, she's figuring it out. I think she has to take more of the open shot. Like, listen, I always say you ain't got to tell me twice. Coaches tell players to shoot the ball. I'm like, and I look at the player like, coach ain't have to tell me that twice. And everybody like, but it's like, shoot it. If you open, shoot it. Stop hesitating. That's just confidence. So get your confidence up. Do some meditations. Listen to I listen to a lot of Lois Hay. This is Ozzy. Listen to some meditations. That's gonna get your confidence up and get your mind right, so you can just be dominant out there. That's just a mental thing. And Skylar, they're coming into their own. Jewel, if you call me, man, I got the secret for you. You're never gonna have a shooting 8 for 22 ever again. I'm gonna let you know the secret. I don't want to say it out loud. If I say it out loud, then everybody have good shooting nights. You feel me? I'm gonna hit you up. You know what I'm saying? And it's some stuff that Kobe taught me. So we know your relationship with Kobe, but you never gonna have a bad shoot night again. Let's talk. And then I just feel like by that time playoff comes, watch out for Seattle. I feel like they're going, because NECA, her leadership during that time, it just she knows how to play above average during that time.
Yeah, I agree. I've been saying all year, people were kind of hard on them in the beginning of the year because they weren't playing as well as expected. But I'm like, this is pretty much a brand new team. Like, the core of the team is coming together. It's going to take time for them to get used to playing with one another. And you have like some alpha players on there in regards to like that can go out and get their own. Skylar can go out and get her own. Jewel can go out and get her own. NECA can go out and get her own. So I think, and I've said this all season, I think now that Jordan Horston is starting in that starting lineup, Seattle has one of the best front courts in the WNBA. I actually have them ranked as number one in terms of front courts, but they're lengthy, they're able to defend. So once the shot is falling, like, the sky is really the limit. Like, I think that we're literally just seeing them scratch their surface. So once Jewel
I didn't know who got the starting. Tell me about that one.
Jordan Horston. They were starting
over Victoria Vivian's.
Yeah, Vivian's first. Yeah, they were starting her. But to me, Jordan Horston is a game changer. She comes in and she does a little bit of everything. She's, lengthy. She can defend. She can get a bucket. She can pass the ball well. So I like that switch up. But then the only question to that is, are we losing scoring coming off the bench now that she's?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
man, you lose your spark coming off the bench. So that one is a catch-22.
Yeah.
I'll put the spotlight on Vivian's. She struggled with some ACL. I get it. But she has it. I need her to believe that she has it. I need her to trust her athletic ability. I need her to pull out the dog in her. I've seen her be a dog at Mississippi State.
Yeah.
And whatever we need to do to pull the dog out and for you to trust your athletic abilities and know that you can attack. You have moves. You have a shot. Shoot the shot like I watch her shoot. She's shooting it like I hope it goes in. Shoot it like I know it's going in. Even if you miss, you shoot it like I know it's going in.
So let me ask you this, Angel. How did you develop such confidence? Like, because we see that, it's some players, and I'm not saying that they're not confident players, but you're not second guessing a shot. You're taking it. Like, if you're open, you're 100% taking it. So at what point in your life or stage in basketball did you decide, like, you know what, I'm trusting the work that I put in. I'm taking this shot. I know I'm going to score it.
Yeah, it's the preparation that leads to the confidence, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Some don't prep like others. Some don't want it like others. Because you can't sit here and tell me that a J.R. Smith couldn't be as good as a Kobe if he went in the gym and worked. But guess what? Is he in the gym working like Kobe working? Probably not, right? And that's the difference. Kobe's going to be what he is because of the preparation, dedication. I'm not letting nobody outwork me. Other players can be just as good as Kobe if they want to. They just don't want that. You know what I mean? They settle for the mediocre. I'm making my millions. I get what I give. I give my 20. But they're okay being just mediocre. Well, you got some people that's like, I'm not okay with that. I want to be great. And so for some reason, I can't believe it's only a select few. I thought it would be more Jordans out there, more Kobe's that wanted to be on that level, but I guess that's what makes it unique. That is not so many.
Now, do you think you're born with that dog in you, or do you think that it's something that you can also develop?
I think both. I think it's something that you can develop as well, um, if you want it bad
Yeah,
enough. If you
yeah.
really want it. Yeah. So
I'm
Yeah.
just looking at the chat real quick. Darius, he said, "Do we get to ask Angel questions?" Go ahead and say your question, and if it's good, if not nothing wild, I will ask it. But he's very good. He's probably going to send a good question. So yeah, you can go
Yeah.
ahead and say Darius.
And shout out to our tribe. We call it the Text Winner Comments Lounge. So it's a real live squad. We love the squad so much. Of course, we coined the Text Winner from the famous Text Winner of the Triangle Offense. Um, we just again we appreciate the tribe and continue to do your thing in the comments lounge. But we'll move forward. What's the next game that we have on the lineup that we wanted to talk about briefly?
All right, really quickly, we have the Fever versus Phoenix. You want to talk about it really quickly, Kdot?
Yeah. So, of course, the Fever came out on top over the Mercury, even with the Mercury being down a number of um, their starters. So Angel, I just want you to just give me your thoughts on the Fever in their kind of like newfound I guess renaissance of offense, because I know that they struggled mightily. They started the season, I believe, 1-8, and obviously schedule has a lot to do with that. I think they had like, oh goodness, maybe like 12 games in like 15 or 16 days or something like that. But they finally were able to settle in, and they've been playing 500 balls since. So with that game within itself, I know that Kalia Copper was going off. But what do you think about this Fever team, and what do you think can come about this Fever team once we get into the Olympic break and see what they'll be able to do to potentially make the playoffs?
yeah, I think we never thought they'd be right there to make the playoffs, right? I saw them, just seeing them grow. They're growing. Aaliyah Boston just had to get it together. You know what I'm saying? Get her mind right. Now that she's playing better, it helps.
Hmm.
And Caitlin Clark, we see her continuously grow each game, right? I know we just see certain clips all the time of her turning the ball over, or most of the clips of her getting somebody fighting her, hit somebody. That's what they all want to show. But forget that part. Let's talk about the growth from her very first game to now, right? They're not showing that part, the growth. So they're a lot better. They're well coached. Um, I just wish they had a couple more vets.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I think that's just one little piece they missing, just that vet that, like, number one, like I said before, take up for you, right? Because we take up for all of our teammates. And secondly, just to put your arm around her, like when the time is tight, I want to see that vet. And this is for all the rookies in the league. Put your arm around, you had that vet, put your arm like, hey, just a lot of these teams need mothers. They don't have them. But they're gonna make the playoffs. I'm really shocked that sorry to go off key. Atlanta, I thought, that's my heart right there. I thought,
Yes, looking back.
Hey, hey, Angel, can we just talk about that just right quick, to be honest with you? Because I was very, very high on Atlanta. And I know that Ryan Howard has been out with the ankle or the foot. And they've had a lot of injuries, especially with Jordan Canada
Hmm.
missing the beginning of the season with the hand. And then now she has the finger. I really, really thought that Atlanta would have done a lot more than what we've seen. I know that there has been some rumblings, about coaching, but when you look at Atlanta, what is something that you see that could be more of an improvement? Because in my opinion, I think from a roster standpoint, they have it. But for some reason, it's just not translating to wins on the court.
so to be honest, first of all, I love T. I think she's a great coach. She coached me in Vegas, and I loved her fieriness. I loved how tough she was. I love her being mentored by Bill, who's a championship coach. So I think she has. I just think that when you become pro, I see a lot of girls looking at her like with that fear, like, am I coming out? They keep looking over there like, did I do something wrong? You can't. We're pros. I don't think we should have that part anymore as well. When you keep looking over a coach playing scared, playing like a robot, wondering why. You know what I mean? Just be free, play. You mess up, you make it up somehow. Figure it out. But that's a key factor, and I keep seeing them look over like in fear. Enough with that. You know what I mean? And okay, we have 2 people out, but it's like it's a chance for another one to step in. When I was a rookie playing in Atlanta, Shamika Hoskola got hurt. I was just, you don't want nobody to get hurt, but I was so ready, like, oh my God, okay, this is my chance. I'm ready. I was so prepared. And I won the Rookie of the Year playing half of the season. I didn't play at start or play that much. I don't know why, but I was ready. So this is a chance, that mentality of like, who's stepping up next? If Ryan's out, who's the next scorer? So it's really, is there any excuse? Because other teams get hurt too. This is for girls to step up. That's why there's 12 on the roster. It's not that many, but there's someone else should be able to step up. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I see.
I agree. But I will say Maya Caldwell has been playing well over there. Looks like she found a home in Atlanta. She's playing pretty well. And I agree with you. I think that you do see them starting to look at the bench like, all right, damn, am I about to come out? So I think also just comes with the confidence that you were talking about before. Like everything kind of stems from that confidence and just the preparation and knowing that you put that work in and that you can trust what you're about to put out there on the court.
I'm going to just put it like this. No championship team has ever had to keep looking at the bench. That's not a championship team. I've never seen it exist from anyone. Championship teams are sure about themselves. They're confident. They pat each other in the back a lot. Those are the mark of championship teams. So there's a little advice for you guys. I gave y'all another gem.
Look, dropping them for the free 99 too.
Keep dropping them.
So guys, y'all heard me. Do those things and you'll be a champion.
All right, let's slide right over to we kind of briefly touched on it a little bit earlier, but just wanted to dive a little deeper on Asia's dominance. I mean, she has just been playing incredible this year. Just going to read a few things and then I'll let you guys kind of jump in as well. So right now, Asia is in the top 5 in literally 5 different statistical categories. Number 1 in scoring at 27.2 points per game. Number 2 in rebounding. She's just slightly behind Angel Reese. Angel is 12 rebounds a game, and Asia is 11.9 rebounds a game. She's number 1 in blocks. She's 5th in steals and 5th in field goal percentage, shooting 52% from the field. As if Asia wasn't already playing great last year. She was like, you know what? I'm going to come back and be even better. So I'm going to just run down the quick stats from last year. So last season, she averaged 22.8 points per game. This year, 27.2 points. Last year, she averaged 9.5 rebounds. This year, 11.9 rebounds. Last year, 1.6 assists. This year, 2.5 assists. And we all know we see her confidently, like we keep saying, that's the key word for today. But now confidently stepping back and hitting a 3. Like shooting 38% from the field. So what's your thoughts on Asia Wilson this year, her dominance, and is there anyone that can even put themselves in the race for MVP at this point?
Right now, all I see is her. Like, she might as well go ahead and just break every record. You know what I'm saying? Show the league what she can do. So, I mean, the way she keeps improving, she's just going to go down one of the best in history. You know what I mean? So keep doing it. I need to see her on every commercial. I need to see her endorse every product. She's a face of the league. And she's been a face of the league for a while, so she's used to it. She knows what to do. I think now she's just trying to break the record on how many rings she can get. Who has the most rings in WNBA? Do you guys know?
Rebecca Brunson
with 5.
Yeah.
Right. Rebecca do got 5. So, hey.
She got 5 of them things, Angel.
5 of them things. So, go on, break some records and get more than 5.
Listen, I've gone on record to say that. So right now, and I'm super nostalgic. I've been watching since 97. I was 7 years old. Like, I remember going to watch Shamika Hoskola playing at the Verizon Center, or was it the MCI Center back then? Right. throwback, right? And so been watching the game for a very, very long time. And so it was hard for me to admit it last year, but I slid Asia in my top 5 of all time already. Because when you look at these first 7 years and you compare it to anybody else's first 7, it's not even comparable. The only man or woman, the only person that comes close to her first 7 years is Giannis on the men's side. So people didn't like it. I remember we had Chris Haynes from ESPN on here, and he was like, "Man, you already putting her in there." And I'm like, "Listen, go back and look at the numbers. If they get 3 in a row this year and she get another MVP, stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Thanks.
Stop everything. Just go and shut it down and drop the mic.
And I want to kind of talk about that 2020 Wubble season, because if I'm not mistaken, that's the year you played with the Aces, and I could be completely wrong. And that was also her MVP year, her very first MVP year, and she went on a tear in the Wubble. And I remember at that particular point, I was like, can she even get better? And my God, yes. Not last night, but yesterday I was in the presser, and I asked her a pretty unique question, where being that now she's the cover athlete for NBA 2K25, I said that she added a VC coin to her attribute, which was playmaking, and how that particular attribute has helped her throughout the season. And she just said, it's just, honing into my craft. Being able to see things that I probably didn't see the year before or even the year before that, and now utilizing that, and how Coach Hammond has put that responsibility on her, especially when it comes to handling the ball now and initiating the offense right off the jump. So it's been something that she has worked on so much, and now she's seeing and reaping the benefits of that. So I thought that was really, really cool. And for you to be, to have not only a front row seat, but you were literally side by side with Asia, her first year winning that MVP. In your opinion, like, can she do even more?
I think so. I think as we've watched her since then improve to now, like, why do we have to put a lid on it? Like, let's keep watching her improve. And now, like you said, this year she's hitting threes. You know what I'm saying? If she start bringing the ball down the court and being a point forward, hey, why not? There's so much more she can do. And I think that's the one thing I noticed from playing with her. She wanted to be a great leader, and she was real quiet during that time. She became a really great leader, and she wanted to expand her game. So each year she just kept working on different things. So just to see her now, it's amazing.
That's what's up. And I want to
real quick, Kdot, that the fact that she's grabbing the board and just starting to transition, I was like, this is giving me Candace Parker vibes. Like, what's going on?
Show her some of that being there. I'm sure, like you said, she learned from a lot of some of the vets she's playing around, like playing with myself, Candace. Like, I'm sure she's picked up some things from each vet she played with.
Absolutely. We have a question. We have a quick question in the chat, Kdot.
Yes.
Brittany from 21 Titles, who's with us. Shout out to Brittany. She said, does Angel remember her 35-point performance, including scoring 7 in the second overtime her senior year versus Rutgers in the Big East quarterfinals? She killed us in the second overtime.
I do remember that, man. And that was just my first breakout as being like this nationally known player. And, I grew up watching Rutgers, UConn, Tennessee as a high school kid. And then I was in that moment, and I'm like, oh my God, did I just beat Rutgers? Did we just beat Rutgers? Did I just hit 35? So I was in like this awe moment. Like, I was like kind of being a groupie, you know what I'm saying, in a way, like, oh my God, it's Rutgers. This is Vivian Stranger. Because I had just watched them the year before. They had went to the national championship game against Tennessee the year before that. And I believe. And then just to be in that moment, that was really cool. That was a lot of fun.
So, Angel, here's a plot twist.
Go ahead.
Here's a plot twist, Angel. So the person who asked that question is none other than Brittany Ray Sands Wallace, who is on that Rutgers team.
What's up, girl?
Gave me 35. What's up, girl?
man, but I know she probably remember. I'm going back. I remember one time that year we played them at home, and they all had on different jerseys and shorts. And I'm like, what is going on? Why don't they have the same? I don't know if she remember that, but I guess they had got in trouble because they lost a couple games early, and that wasn't known for Rutgers, right? Vivian Mays told them they could not wear their practice clothes. So all you see is them with all these different outfits on. I'm like, what the heck? Ask her, did she remember that? But you wound up taking the end. Sure.
They said just a few more questions from the chat. Darius said, Angel, what was it like playing with Renee Montgomery?
Yeah, I only got to play with Renee for 1 year, but I was used to playing against her a lot. You know, we had came out of college from Big East and playing against her in the league. So when Atlanta told me we had got her, I was really excited because I'm like, she has experience. She's coming off a championship. She can help us win a chip, which we had came close, you know, but I didn't get hurt that last little stint before, you know, the championship. But I really enjoyed playing with her. Her knowledge, she's a really smart player. And as you can see, a very smart businesswoman.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Brittany says CVS took our gear away. Of course I remember.
I was like, oh man.
All right. I had a question. I had another question. So as we know, Angel Reese's streak was recently broke. Her double streak was recently broke, ending at a 15 game limit. So people online, and I just want to get both of you guys' opinion because I haven't asked you about this before either, Kdot, have been saying that Angel has been stat padding, right? What do y'all think personally about stat padding? So I'll give you just a quick, first of all, what do you think stat padding is? And what do you think personally about it? So for me, I always say, stop me. Like if you were saying that I'm stat padding, stop it. So that's exactly what the Liberty did. They made sure that she wasn't going to get those 2 points to extend her streak. So I don't mind it. Like when Russ was doing it, when he was averaging a triple double, like moving his teammates out the way to get rebounds, I don't care because if it's that important to y'all, stop it. So what do y'all think about it? And did y'all think she was technically doing that? Like everyone.
Where are people getting that from? I've never heard that. Where are people getting that from?
So it was the game versus Atlanta, and she was about to end the streak. Then they passed her the ball with a couple of seconds left, and they ended up fouling her. And she went to the free throw line, made the 2 free throws, and ended up keeping the streak alive. So people were saying, like, the game was over. Like, why wouldn't she?
Yeah, I mean, hey, keep it alive. I mean, we watched Westbrook do it for a long time, but at the same time, I don't think she's that kind of player that Baltimore DMV girls don't think to. I feel like we just play.
Just who?
I feel like we don't think to let me stat pad.
So they're even going as far as saying that she's purposely missing layups to get the rebound, to get additional rebounds. I'm like, y'all just at this point, y'all just reaching. Like,
I think that's a reach because I feel like I've never seen Angel Reese miss a layup on purpose.
Right.
Sometimes when footing is off, she might miss a layup, and she's good enough to grab the rebound again. I've watched her do that all through high school. You know, so I don't know if they're taking that as, oh, she's that bad. No, she's that good where she missed. She knows she has a knack for grabbing it again.
Mm-hmm.
She's always done her whole career, so I don't think she's the type of player that would do that.
I agree. I just saw it like it was, people literally going back and forth about it. And I'm like, are you guys serious?
Yeah.
We have another question in the chat since we're talking about Angel. They're saying, as of today, if you had to pick who is the rookie of the year in the WNBA, in your opinion, that's the hot question right now, right?
It is the hot question. It is the hot question.
Right? Will we say that?
Say it again.
Would y'all say that it's between Caitlin and Angel?
I mean, I think that's what everybody.
I think it is.
As I say, the modern day Larry Bird, Magic Johnson.
That's what they call it.
Yep, that's exactly what they call it.
I heard someone say, which I liked what they said. I forget who said it. They said, "Hey, whoever makes the playoffs, they just get the rookie of the year." That's how I feel too, because it's so even. Now, if they both make it, then how do you judge it? I'm asking y'all that question.
Ooh.
See, so and people got on me for saying this on Twitter. I don't like that. Whoever makes the playoffs, because because Caitlin has the better team. So she literally has the better team. She has She was the number 1 pick. Aaliyah Boston was the number 1 pick last year. Nalissa Smith was number 2 the year before that. And we can go back to 2018 with Kelsey Mitchell. She was number 2 as well. Chicago has no number 1 or number 2 picks on their team at all. Period. They have no all-stars outside of Angel. So it's almost like I'm not saying that Indiana is overperforming, because I actually predicted that they would be 20-20 this year and everybody laughed at me, right? So for me, I personally feel like Chicago is overperforming because everyone had them ranked last.
Yeah.
You know,
Correct.
It's a completely new team. They have 8 to 9 new players, and I don't think people are understanding that with a new head coach. Like, so people aren't really putting that much emphasis on it. If I had to choose today, I would choose Caitlin. But up until, and that changed because last week I had Angel. And the reason why I had Angel is because, to me, Caitlin is the better offensive player, right? And so people put a lot of emphasis on that. But for her to be the better offensive player and only averaging 3 more points than Angel Reese, to me, that says something, because Angel has a lot of growing to do offensively. And so the fact that she's at the worst that she'll ever be offensively right now, this is her floor, right? She's at the worst she'll ever be offensively and still averaging a double-double. That means something to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that means something to me. So I had her for the longest until I saw Caitlin throw like 9 assists in the first quarter. And I'm like, what the hell? All right, yeah, she on a whole nother level. So it literally goes back and forth day by day for me. But I think a lot of people are shocked that Angel's even in the conversation because they didn't have anyone competing with Caitlin for this award in the beginning of the year.
I'm not shocked. Yeah, I mean, hey, I knew that people would probably say, "Oh, well, Angel's gonna need some work going to the league," and Cheryl Swoops. Cheryl, now you jumping on that bandwagon. Let's keep it real, because we know what you said in the beginning, Cheryl. But yeah, I guess you could say that nobody thought Angel would be in the conversation because they was all saying like, "Oh, she's gonna struggle. She's gonna do this and that." And I'm like, we all got work to do. Let's just see how she does. You know what I'm saying? So it's a toss up, guys.
Yeah, I agree as well. It is a toss up. And right now, I have Angel Reese for the simple fact that I just can't help it sometimes. And I want to bring some context out there for a lot of the fans. From a pro standpoint, I had to understand that sometimes winning isn't necessarily the overarching impact when it comes to awards like Rookie of the Year. It may be different for awards like Most Valuable Player or even like Defensive Player of the Year, because they simply look at win shares or they add win shares to those type of categories. But what Angel is doing, in my personal opinion, in to be a team that was predicted to be at the very end in the beginning of the season, but they are fighting between those 7 and 9 spots and could very well still make the playoffs. I think it's very, very interesting. And Angel Reese is indeed part of the reason for that. If I were to give an MVP for someone's team, it would indeed be Angel Reese right now. And I think that from a Rookie of the Year standpoint, she has proven herself to do that. And a lot of people kind of dig into the analytics and the numbers and the advanced stats about everything to try to prove certain points, which is all fine and dandy. I really, more power to you for doing that. But I also look at overall value to one's team, and I think Angel brings a lot of value to that team. Not to say that Caitlin doesn't bring value to the Indiana Fever, but Aaliyah Boston also brings value to that Indiana Fever team. Nalissa Smith brings value to that Indiana Fever team. Kelsey Mitchell also brings value to that Indiana Fever team. And I just look at Angel from that perspective, and you can see that, the team is trying to get it together. However, when there are sparks, Angel has always been part of those sparks. So, I kind of put that perspective into it in additional context. So, it's a very, very close race. I really, really think that is a very close race on. But if I were to choose right now, and if I had a vote, I'm giving the slight edge to Angel. But that's not to say that won't change after the Olympic break as well. So that's just my little spill on it.
Yeah, let's see.
I agree. All right, let's we're kind of wrapping up. I wanted to do a quick rapid fire with you. So I was going to just say 2 players. You tell me the first one that comes to mind, the one that you would choose. Cool?
Okay.
All right. So we have Lisa Leslie or Lauren Jackson.
Lauren Jackson.
Okay. Oof, I wasn't expecting that. Cynthia Cooper or Cheryl Swoops?
Cynthia Cooper.
Maya Moore, Tamika Catchings.
Tamika Catchings.
Okay. Kathy Pondexter or Simone Augustus?
Simone Augustus.
Tina Thompson or Katie Smith?
Tina Thompson.
Okay. Tisha Pinachero or Sue Bird?
Y'all wrong. Bird. Y'all wrong.
And the last one for players is Yolanda Griffith or Sylvia Fowles?
Sylvia Fowles.
Okay. And this is non-basketball related. I'm going to just throw a few things out there. Hip hop or R&B?
R&B.
Kendrick or Drake?
Killed it. Did he not kill that?
He did, man.
Yeah,
Look, I saw Wayne on stage singing "Not Like Us." I'm like, dang.
He killed that, right?
A sedan or SUV? These are just very random.
Let's do SUV.
Okay. Would you rather see into the future or change the past?
See into the future.
Okay. Free travel. Free travel for 1 year or free lodging for 5 years?
Free travel. Let's go.
Night out or night in?
Ooh, at this age, a night in.
Man, what? Come on, that 30 hit a little different now. Over 30s. Almost done. So expensive gift or homemade sentimental gift?
Homemade sentimental gift.
All right. And the last one, reality show or documentaries?
Documentary. Go see The Power of the Dream, y'all, on Prime.
Yeah, we will check it out. Listen, so we heard about your ice cream shop. How is that going? How did you get into that? Let us also know what else you have going on, just so the people can. We have like 1,500 people in here, so let them know what you got going on. Shout it out so everybody can support.
Well, I have an ice cream shop in Atlanta. We have all different flavors, vegan flavors as well. So come on by. We're in Riverside Epicenter by Six Flags. I have a tech company called PS I'm With You. It's a way to leave gifts and messages to your loved ones after you pass away. So
I just read about that. That's a cool idea.
I have the movie Lanier on Prime. Check it out. It's my first movie, so don't be too harsh. It's a thriller. I have the documentary out, The Power of the Dream. Y'all really need to see that one.
Go check that out for real. That is, please check that out for real.
That's going to win some awards. I'm throwing that in the air. So The Power of the Dream on Prime. I won't even tell y'all what it's about. Y'all just check it out. Another documentary coming August 24th on Prime. It's about survivors of Lake Lanier. It's about the lake. So that's a doc. What else am I doing?
That's a lot, girl.
That is a lot.
I want to be the Magic Johnson of the WNBA. You know what I'm saying?
I love to see it.
You know what I mean? I have I'm getting into fashion now. I never really cared about it. Now I'm starting, you got to care, right? You're in the limelight and you're on TV and all that. So, but I'm starting a blazer line. So that's coming out next season, next spring. So that's why I'm always in France learning about fabrics and all that stuff for y'all, to give y'all me a luxury blazer line, no blazers. So I think that's a little bit of what I'm doing. Working on more TV shows and film though, for sure. So I got some good stuff in the works that if it gets picked up, y'all gonna love it. So hopefully it gets picked up.
Yeah, for sure. We sending positive vibes. Everyone in the comments saying we see you working, Angel. And then Darius is someone who he has a lot of dad jokes. He goes, Angel is realizing her dream because you played for the dream.
Yeah, he's the resident dad joke guy.
But my main thing I do want to do, y'all, I want to go play. I still got it. I'm not gonna waste nobody's time. I'm a realist. If I didn't have it, I wouldn't wait. Trust me. So I wanna play a few more, and I wanna retire when I want to. Not just being kicked out because people think I'm old or injured. I'm okay. Trust me, I can still hoop very well.
Oh, that's a fact.
Listen, I believe it. I believe it.
That's a fact, no doubt. No doubt.
So that's really my main goal.
But before we wrap up, I just want to say you got a song that you had out back on your New Hope album in 2022 called "Reaching for the Stars." Like me, I love that song.
Really, I've never heard anybody say they really like the "Reaching for the Stars" song. Really,
I really love that song, and it's funny because I know that you don't really market the music like that, but I was on the timeline like just randomly one day, and I saw the cover art for that album. So I was like, let me go and check it out on Apple Music, and her Reaching for the Stars, and I was like, oh, this is dope. This is so dope. So every once in a while, when I'm in my mode, when I'm hooping or whatever, I just put that on, and I give my fellow 35, 36-year-olds, I'll give them a nice 12. I can't say I give them 30 or 40.
That's pretty good though.
I'll give them a nice 12, give them a couple crossovers here and there, a little step back, and it's all because I'm reaching for the stars. So I really enjoy that a lot. But you are incredibly talented, multifaceted, multi-talented. So we love everything that you're doing, Angel, and we want you to keep doing it.
I need to do Flage. Let's do a song. Y'all can call me. I can do shows too with the music. You know what I'm saying? I know Flage holds it down for the women's basketball with the music, but y'all can call me too. I can do some shows. You know what I'm saying? I'll open for Flage. I don't have an ego. But thank you for listening to the music. It's really good music. My boyfriend, he's a producer, so he's like, man, stop singing. You need to rap. You're a dog. Just do the rap stuff. And it's just like, I want to sing the song too. It's a singing song. It's a really nice singing song. He's like, don't nobody want to hear that. You a dog. So thank you for that compliment.
We're going to send you the clip. Go ahead and play this for him. That somebody does love it. Okay.
I'm going to send him that clip. He gonna flip when he see that. So thank you for that, y'all. I appreciate y'all.
No doubt.
Absolutely. Thanks for tapping in with us as always, Angel. We appreciate you for sure.
Again, for sure.
Oh yeah, it's a must. You're a part of the family now. Like we gotta do it again.
And to the 1500 watching, thank y'all for tuning in and giving us your time.
Absolutely. Kdot, you want to sign us out?
Yeah, well, this has been another episode of Keeping It 9450, Codename WBB. We would like to thank everybody for, tapping in with us. Shout out to the Text Winners Comments Lounge. Again, shout out to Angel McCartry. Make sure you go check out everything that she has going on. Make sure you check out Lanier. Make sure you check out, her doc on Amazon Prime. She's doing it big. And also WNBA teams, holla at her. It's the Olympic break. You guys know y'all gonna need somebody. I'm not even gonna say in front. So y'all go ahead and hit a line up because she still can hoop for sure.
Multiple teams need scores. Come on now.
Let's talk about it. But we really appreciate everybody. We want to give a shout out again to our sponsors. Shout out to SeatGeek. Shout out to Welsh Mode Coffee, the Panda's Friend, X versus X Sports. And this has been another episode of the 9450 weekly recap. And again, I'm your host, Kevin K. Lewis, filling in for the guy they call Daniel Artest. And we have the co-host, the illustrious Lolivia Pope, aka Loza Parks, aka Martin Luther King, aka Lolo Bike on Twitter. Make sure you hit her up. Hey, and also y'all relax on Twitter. Y'all doing too much. Relax. Okay? Y'all doing way too much. Y'all always talking all y'all trash, Twitter fingers, and y'all wouldn't even bust a grape in a fruit fight. So relax, okay? That's from Kdot, the quietest one.
I know,
That's from
literally the
Kdot.
quietest one. Literally the
So
quietest one.
relax.
Also,
Okay.
if anybody's coming to Phoenix for All-Star Weekend, tap in. I'll be there.
Oh yeah. We're gonna be in the building. The 9450 is gonna be in the building. Corey is going to be in the building as well, for the actual game. But Lolo is gonna be there the entire week. And blessings to everybody who sent their RSVPs. So we're gonna be in the building. I wish I could be there, but I have other business to handle. But we're still gonna have fun regardless. That's why FaceTime is available. So I might not be there in person, but I'll be there via FaceTime. So shout out to everybody out there.
Yes, don't forget to like, subscribe, all of that stuff on YouTube. Steal your mom's phone, like on her phone, subscribe. Steal your granny's phone too. Get the numbers up. You can follow us on Twitter, at the 9450, on Instagram at the 9450 _ on TikTok at the 9450 _ and on YouTube at the 9450. If you don't follow us on TikTok, I'm gonna be uploading stuff while I'm at All-Star Weekend, so tap in. And just thank y'all for joining us as always. We like to call these family meetings. You guys are our family, and we appreciate y'all.
All right, without further ado, you know how we do it. Love is love. Peace.
Peace.